How's it going, everybody, and welcome back for episode 9 of Hardcore Minecraft on the new 1.20 update, where I have been busy between episodes clearing out all of the red mushrooms on about 75% of the island, because I needed all of those materials for today's project. So we're going to be taking all of these red mushroom blocks and all of these stems, and we're finally going to start working on the more permanent mushroom village that I've wanted to build for a while, as well as the giant mushroom that is going to be the centerpiece for this village. So I guess we should just grab some stems and get started. I've got this big area cleared out. I kind of have planned where exactly I want it to go. So we're just going to start here, and it's going to be 17 across. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And it's going to start with the same basic shape that we have used for every circular build so far, except on the corners, instead of doing one block, I think we're going to do a little 3-piece to make it just ever so slightly bigger. And then we're just going to repeat that all the way around. There we go, and let's just sleep off the night so we can work during the day and not have to worry about it. And then as part of this, I think we're going to have doorways on every side. That way the villagers can come and go as they please. So let's go ahead and open that all up. And do we really need this here? I don't think so. And I think layer 1 we're going to leave like 5 blocks tall. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go, and we'll just drop off really quick. I'm gonna have to fix the doorways, however, we can go ahead and cap them off at the very least. Do I want to bring it down one more and just do 3x3s? I think I do. That way we can have a bit of an overhang on the inside without it looking weird. So we'll do this, and then I need to fill all of this in, and we'll just break those, because on the doorways we want to see this meaty flesh here to make it look like we carved into an already existing giant mushroom. There we go, and I feel like we should add some extras to the outside of the mushroom to make it not look so squared off. So like here, I think maybe we go 3 here. Do I want to do 4? I think we'll do 4. And then 3. Oh, well, now I have to break both of those. That's the only problem with working with mushrooms, is you have to break everything you place it on as well, or it just ends up looking weird. So maybe we do that. We'll repeat that. Kind of like that. Yeah, I think that gives it a little bit more of a rounded shape. I'm okay with that. Also, it took so long to gather all of the stems that I need. The red mushroom blocks themselves weren't that bad, but for every red mushroom, I got like 3 to 5 stems, which was awful. I hated every second of it. But we got them, so may as well use them. And now before we keep going up on the mushroom, I think we should plan out where the houses are going to go. I kind of want to leave this as a pathway, so I don't want anything right on the front. But that doesn't mean we can't fill everywhere else. So let's see, maybe like 12 spaces from the doorway? And then we'll build the house on 13. That might not look too bad. Then let's see, we want it to have like a circular look, so we'll come like 3 forward from the door. And then over like 11 maybe? And then this door goes here. That might not be so bad. Okay, I had to make sure that I didn't count the first square here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fill in either side of that. I think that's probably pretty good spacing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, House goes on 13. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Do I want to go a little further over? How many spaces does that leave on the corners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 8 between houses there. I could actually bring it away from the corners one, but I think that's fine. It might give it more of a curved look. And even though we're not going to have a house on the front here, I think maybe we set it up so we can have a house on the corners of the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Forward 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think that'll look good. And we will clearly have to pull this back a little bit, so let me do that. Alright, that should be a little bit better on this side. These are not going to stay, so we'll clear that out. And then we'll break these, and I'll do the same thing over here. Drop off that mycelium, get rid of the brown mushrooms, pick up the little bit here that I didn't need. There we go. And I think now we should plan out exactly how we want one of these houses to look, maybe. Let's start with just right here on the front. And they don't have to be big by any means. So I think we'll do like just a 3x3. And how tall do we want these? 4? Probably. I think 4 is probably good. And then we want to do the same thing we did for the big one and kind of round it out a little bit. So we'll do the corners here. We'll get 2 extra. And then this needs to come back by at least 1 more. That's better. We'll bring all of this back. Alright, there we go. That should definitely be better from there. And then we'll cut out the doorway. And then do I want to do anything else with the outside? We could do, like I could do a 1 layer here. Or maybe I do something like this. Kind of go with like a swampy tree look to it. Extend it out a little bit. That might look better. Okay, let's grab some caps here and we'll see the exact design we want for this. We'll just grab a couple stacks. And then let's see. I think we want a bit of an overhang probably. But maybe we should just start with the top. Go from there. So we'll just do this layer. And then maybe out by 1 more. That way we can add some corners to it, give it a little bit of a curved look. Then, do I want to keep going out from there? Yeah, I definitely do. Let's bring it out even 1 more. We'll do... Do I want to make it 5 long on the outside here? Maybe? Then we'll do this, bring this out. Bring this out. Alright, there we go. I think that looks okay. And then on the inside, we'll have a little 3-1-3 setup. And then we need to go up a layer. And I think maybe if we're going to have 4 tall, this should be our roof. Right there. So then if we're going to go up a layer, we'll just start from here, I guess. Bring everything out just a little bit at a time. And do I want to continue this layer out one, or do I want to bring... Yeah, I think I do. We'll just do this. Then does that need to go higher? 3 layers might honestly be fine. So let's go ahead and sleep. We'll look at it during the day and see what changes we need to make. Alright, I kind of like the way it looks. However, we're definitely going to go around the outside, and we're going to bring a layer down here. Just all the way around. And then this inside we're going to fill up too. That way we can break it and we can get the right texture on the inside pieces to make it actually look like the underside of the mushroom. Because if we don't, I feel like it's just going to be weird. Damn it. That should be fine. Shouldn't cause any problems. And we're going to use the shovel. That way I don't break too much too fast here. Alright, pick up all the bits and bobs, and then we can step back and take a look. I mean, honestly, I think that looks pretty good. I think that's a nice little house for a villager right there. Nothing too big, obviously. We could have gone bigger with them, but I feel like maybe we don't want to go too large as we expand, because this is just the first ring. If I end up with more villagers, the village will have to get bigger. So I think this is probably a good starting place. And the smaller these are, the bigger this looks in comparison. So I think this is a good plan. Let's go ahead and we're going to take this design and I'm just going to duplicate it on every other slot here. And then we'll go from there. Alright, all of our houses are all done, except for I didn't go around on all of them and do the bottom. I got tired of that after the 3rd one. So that's a thing that I'll do later, because mostly we're worrying about structure right now. And they all look good. I'm very pleased with the way the houses themselves have turned out. We've got a nice little almost perfect circle, minus this here, which is going to stay open. And I think now it's time that we start working on the stem for the giant mushroom a little bit more. So that being said, I guess we should climb up here. And we should figure out exactly how we want this inner layer to work. Which I'm thinking we'll do a couple base pieces here. Because I don't really want to build around the corner on any of these. And then we can just switch that back out. We'll just fill in each of these as needed. That one there. This one's a 2. We're going to keep trying to thin this out as much as possible because it should get thinner as we go up. And then I don't know how I want to do the actual cap yet, whether I want that to be a full dome or what exactly I want to do with it. But I think either way it'll turn out pretty nice. And then once we have this base layer planned, it'll be easier anyways. So we're just going to drop down here. I'm going to pull all of these out with the right tool. Which I guess I could have done later because now I got to climb back up. So hold up. I guess we'll go pick up all the mycelium. Then we'll climb back up the outside. And I think I want each layer to get taller as we go too. So since the first layer is 5, I think this layer is going to be 7. So I need to go up 2 up 3 times, I think. So we'll do that. Alright, so I definitely lost track, so let's check to see if this is 7 or not. I think it is. Let's see, bottom layer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's perfect. We'll just break those, go up 1 more, break these. And then I think instead of doing each layer's designs around the outside to increase the thickness, we're gonna go ahead and go all the way up, and then we'll do that. So let's go ahead and we will lay out our building foundations here. There we go, move this up, and we're just gonna go ahead and lay out all of our stems. And these are gonna be a pain to break later probably, but that's fine. In fact, I may as well do some of them now if I can. Like this here. If I go ahead and break this, we can extend to the outside, break this one, keep going around. I can break that one there, and this one. And I think we'll do it like this. That way I don't have to climb back up later. Alright, and since the last layer was 7, this layer is going to be 9. So I need to do 2 up 4 times. Alright, that's complete for this layer. And do I want to do one more? I think I want to do one more. So let's go ahead and we're going to repeat the process here. This isn't sketchy at all. Definitely not super dangerous, and I feel like things are going to go terribly wrong. Why would that be? And I think this is going to turn out pretty well. Like the shape of the stem, I think it's coming down to a good like size, good shape, good everything else. Hopefully we can get the head right because that's what's really going to tie everything together. So fingers crossed. And now I need to go 2 up 5 times. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to head down. I'm going to sleep off the night, and then we're going to take a look and see if this has the overall correct shape for us. And we'll go from there. Come here, bed. I think that's a fairly nice size. Obviously, we're going to have to touch up each layer individually a little bit. The same way we did the bottom layer. Like if I come up here and maybe on the corners we do... Let's see, it's 7 tall. This one was 5 and I did 4. Maybe this one is 7, I do 5. Like this. That might not look too bad. Then I think we skip the corner here. But I don't know. I don't want this to go all the way up. Well, damn, hold up. That's the problem with working with mushroom blocks, is if I misplace one, I gotta fix everything, so that's cool. Maybe on the corners here we add a couple. Kind of like that. And then here we add 5 again. Alright, there we go. I think that's good for that layer. And we're gonna go ahead and just come up and grab our water really quick, actually. I can always go back up on my own when needed. Ow. My boots aren't taking any damage, though, so that's cool. Let's see. This is layer 2. Layer 3, do I want to keep the same thing going? This one's 7, so... Or wait, 7, 5, 9. So... I don't know if I want to keep doing it the same way. Maybe 6 on this one. 4, 5, 6. Kind of like that. And then maybe nothing on the corners on this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we'll go on up a layer. And this is our last layer here. Do I want to do the same thing or not is the question. Because we don't have corners on this one. They just are. So maybe... I think to fit the theme, we probably do. And these will be 7. And that should do it. So let's head down. Take another look at it and see if this looks better or not. Hopefully I didn't make it look worse, because that'd be sad. Yeah, it makes it look a little more gradual, which I think is nice. A little less... What's the word I'm looking for? A little less uniform. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if I should have done anything else with the corners of it there, but I think it's fine that I didn't. I think that looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and head up to the top. I guess I should drop off the stems first. And I guess we should start figuring out exactly how we want to do our cap. So let's just fill up our inventory with mushroom caps here. And I'm actually going to clear out this mycelium so we can do one more stack. We're going to head all the way up, and then we're going to figure out how big we want to make this. Alright, so let's see here. If we're testing from the middle, this is 1, 2, 3... And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11 across currently. Our base was 17 across, right? Yes. So let's see. From here, let's go out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... let's see, 12 on either side would put us at 11, 23, 35. Is 35 big enough? Or should I go bigger? Because this doesn't even quite put us over the center of the houses. It's like just past the front door on some of them. Actually, it might be even with the front door. I don't know, 35 might be okay though. I think we're gonna try 35. So that's 12 out in every direction. I think I'm going to switch ender pearls into my hotbar instead of the bucket. Actually, we're going to keep both. Because an ender pearl is a little more consistent for saving myself if I fall. Alright, there's 12 on every side. And so if we're going to do a 35 diameter circle for the first layer, it should be 9. Like this. And then we'll go in 1, and the next layer should be 3. In 1, 2. In 1, 1. And then diagonal. And we'll do that every direction first, and then we'll connect them. Diagonal, connect them with a diagonal, and now we're just going to connect every layer like the same way. Diagonal. That's a full circle. Okay, perfect. And then from here, how far do we want it to hang down on every side? We could do this as the center point, in which case it'll hang down 4 layers, which is going to be a pain to make. But if it hangs down 4, then it'll come up 4. And if we're going to do it as a circle, it'll be up 3. Then up 2. And up 1. Diagonal. 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 In 1. Right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, in, 1, 2, 3, in, 1, 2, in, 1, in, 1, in, 1, in, 1, in, 1, in, 1, over, okay. Okay, so, starting from here, let's see. Man, this is difficult. I don't know where my turning point needs to be is the problem. So looking at this, I have in one, and then a diagonal. Or I have 3 diagonals. So I need to go in 2, I think. It'll be up, in, up, in 3. No, hold up. Give me those back, thank you. Up. It'll be over. This is just filling. So in 2. Up here in 3. So 1, diagonal, 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 1, 2. Yes, okay. So 2, 1, 1 diagonal, 2, 3, over 1, over 2, over 3, then up another layer, and this one will go over 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This should connect to the same spot on both sides if I have it correct. So this is 1 on the inside of this. This is 1 on the inside of this, so that should be fine. We're gonna just purl down. I'm gonna make sure I have this correct. This is gonna be up 4, up 3. Damn it, hold up. Fix that. Then up 2, up 1, 1 diagonal, 2 diagonal, 3 diagonal, in 1, in 2, in 3. Perfect. Okay, it does connect, which is beautiful. And I'm just gonna fix that really quick. And then we will replace both of these to make that look proper. And we're good for our dome, I think. So I'm gonna use another pearl, I think, just to get down safely. Actually, no, I can water bucket from this one. It's not that far. And we'll go to the far edge here and we'll take a look at our dome. Hello, Sir Trader. Alright, I think that's probably a pretty good shape for this. And if I make this the bottom layer, and then it extends down by 4 more past this, I think that's good. So now we're just going to start filling in layers, one by one. So this first layer is going to be up 4, so we'll do 2 at a time all the way around. Alright, first layer is done. We've got 4 high all the way around there. And now this next layer here is going to be 3 high. Although I think I'm supposed to skip the corners on this to make it look right. So I think I do like this. We're going to do the full layer. And honestly, these are going to be covered. I'm almost tempted to just leave the dirt so that I don't have to break it every time. Although I guess I could use my shovel if I wanted to. I can just bring the shovel down in place of the golden apples, maybe. Then I can do this, break it, and call it good like that. That might not be so bad. And there's halfway across on this layer. And then we just keep it going, I guess. Alright, there we go. There's this layer. Now I need to go up 2 more on this one. So we'll just go all the way around 2 high. We'll make this our 3 tall layer. I do think I started the shape off wrong, though. I think these sides are supposed to be the same. So I think the corners did cause some problems for me. Because, like, here, I think this one should be all the way out. Like this. And then the next layer, I think, should be the same. Because I think the corners shouldn't exist. Okay, so that one should be 9, and then 3. And then 2. And this should be 1. And then this here, like this. Yeah, I think this is how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna fix that really quick. And have I made it all the way around yet? I have. Okay. So there's a full set of the way it's supposed to be shaped. And then on this next one, I need to run it all the way to this end as well. And then we go in one. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, we're on the right shape now, which is much, much better. Should make our lives a lot easier. And we're gonna have a lot of these that are just one up, it looks like. So I'm gonna need, I'm gonna have to go get some more of the red mushroom blocks. So let's just make a water bucket down. And I'm too lazy to wait for the water bucket down, so I'm just gonna blit. That way we can sleep off the night too while I'm down here, because I certainly don't want to have to worry about any, any phantom spawning. That sounds awful. I think this is starting to look pretty good. It's starting to look like a mushroom. And we're just about done with the dome shape, I think. The top layer is going to end up being a square. And then the layer below that, it's going to be a little weird to start converting the shape into the way we need it to be. Because we don't want it to come to a point. Because that'll be weird. So we're going to have to start changing the shape now that we're going sideways instead of up. We just have to figure out how and when. Alright, there we go. That's another layer complete. And maybe I should head up here and we'll make the square at the top end. And that way I'll know how to start filling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the halfway point. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then all of this gets filled in as a square. Now, I know I don't really need to fix this, but I'm going to because it was going to bother me if I didn't. Alright, that's that layer done. And then we have 2s all the way to the end. And then I think we just kind of fill in with this layer, right? I think this layer just fills in. Alright, there we go. That's it. I think that's everything that we need except for extending down and doing our bottom layer. So we're going to pearl down. We're going to run back and we're going to make sure we have the right shape on this, because if we don't at this point, I'm going to throw a fit. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, that's the right shape. It's looking good. We extend this one down by 4 more. We get our little hang down on it and we're good. Which that's going to be a little bit of a pain to do because I'm going to have to do a dirt rim on it. However, before anything else, we're going to go up and we're going to fill in the bottom layer. And we're just going to use the red mushroom blocks, I think. Or do I want to use something else? We could do something like dark oak if we wanted to. I don't have much else. We could do stems, make it white on the underside, which probably wouldn't look bad. Because otherwise I have to do 2 layers of mushroom blocks and then I have to break the bottom layer. Which is gonna be awful. Just awful. Maybe I'll do it out of stems. I think stems is gonna be the way to go. So before we extend this down at all, let's go ahead and we'll do our platform layer. So let's just grab a bunch of stems, all kinds of them. And I think it should look fine. It better. And I guess, do I want to try to pearl up or do I want to bucket our way up? If I try to pearl right there, I'll just go there instead. And then we can bucket the rest of the way. Alright, there we go. And then this layer, if we're going to turn it into stems, is going to be right here. Because this is going to come 4 more down. We'll have plenty of a hang down off the bottom of it. And I think that'll be fine. Alright, I know it's dark, but we're all done, so we're just going to Geronimo down. And I did clear out all of the dirt problems that we had while I was up there, just because. So now if we come to the outside, we've got a completed base, which looks fantastic. However, now it's flat with the bottom, so we have to make a couple changes. And that's going to include grabbing a lot of mycelium here. And I have to kind of line up with the base. And we need to go like 6 below it. So I also need a lot of the red. I guess I can come back up after I have the dirt platform made. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Got my water bucket so I can get up and down easy enough. And we want to be 6 underneath our base here. Then let's see, if I jump here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can bring that down easy enough, and I can actually go 1 more up if I want to be safe. That way I don't have to jump. Then we're just gonna match this, I guess. Alright, there we go. Now we water bucket down so I can get all of the red mushroom blocks. Drop off all the mycelium I don't need. All the dirt, all the stems. And here we go. Give me all these back. We ended up going through quite a bit of red mushroom blocks, I won't even lie. More than I originally thought. Alright, and I'll take this, and now we just... Alright, we're almost there. Just a couple more layers left. And... there we go. Now I just gotta run around and break all of the extra dirt, and I think the best way to do that is gonna be to start next to the pillar, and then whenever I get back to the pillar, we're done. We can just dig straight down. Alright, digging down, and we're good. I definitely feel like I put more wear on my shift key this episode alone than I have in a very, very long time. So let's run around, we'll pick up all of our mycelium, and then we can take a look at the finished product. Obviously, we're gonna have to do some design choices with it, you know, maybe hang some lanterns off of it, light up the inside, beautify the village a little bit. But this episode is mostly about our main structure. Decoration is more of a later thing, you know, just part of an episode as we're doing something else, throw a couple decorations down, maybe move the villagers over, everything else. However, I had a fun time building this, even if it took 2 hours, which it did. Just endlessly building, which is kind of brain-numbing, I'm not gonna lie. But, if we run back here and take a look, I think it turned out really well. I'm very pleased with the way it looks. Let's come up on this hill a little bit. Actually, let's go back to our bridge and see how it looks from home. We'll get a better view once our temporary houses are gone and the villagers are all moved over. However, I mean, it's a mushroom, all right. I like it. All else fails, we can kind of just bring in a layer like we did on the other ones. We can expand on the outside here to kind of make it a little more rounded if we want. But I think we have a pretty good dome shape on it. I don't think the inside looks weird being made out of the stems or anything. It was a lot of work. I think it's probably the biggest thing I've ever gone out of my way to build. And I think it turned out pretty good. It doesn't come up to too much of a point or anything up there. It kind of evens out. It's very dome-shaped, which is what I was going for. I like it, and I hope you all do too. This was a lot of building, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to undertake something else in the future that's of this scale, maybe. It's not something I've ever done before, but it's something I would like to continue to do. That being said, I hope you've all enjoyed this episode, just chill building and a little bit of tenseness walking over the top of the edge here. Would have been a terrible way to lose the hardcore world, but here's our finished product. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.